Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Darnold now to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Touchdown, Carolina. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Jets nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Jets. Big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
What are you doing?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season, and the Panthers have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. The gun. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. A gain of 5, but now it's third and goal.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
That's the score. Jets 14, Panthers 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. He's got the interception. And final play of his first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14. Panthers 13.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time when they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here on 3rd down, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. There's a nice move, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
22.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Darnold from the gun. Dancing to his left. Darnold, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
So now out is the Panther offense as he'll come in and go for the 2-point try. After the interception, here's Darnold escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. A shotgun snap for Darnold, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught, and it stretches their lead up to 8.
Jets 21. Joey Slye to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. Over the middle to Beckham. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
I need to get my swag right there.
Touchdown, Carolina. Odell Beckham, 99 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Pride. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league. A quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Darnold on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Panthers 43, Jets 21. Joey Slye to kick off for
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
I like it.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutus will take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Corey Davis as time expires in the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup at 25. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Next to score, Panthers 43, Jets 35.
Boy, it's only a one-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play that time out of Chubb. 45 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. This one's back to an 8-point game.
Next to score, Panthers 50, Jets 42.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel...
He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. For right side here, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go right now.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, 37 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
The score, Panthers 65, Jets 42.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back now here on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
His throw's going to be incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A run for Nick Chubb. He is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now here we go on 4th. Darnold. Incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, 28 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Jets 50.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll begin by running the option. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion.
but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And Darnold going to keep this himself.
Now a pause for an injury, and oh boy, that looks like the quarterback, Darnold. Yeah, he's down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this one to Galladay. He gets away from one, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Walker flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off
And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He's got the first down inside the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Carolina.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.